Today we're doing the Gargoyle one-shot. This is a very powerful air build that would allow you with Ren Blackhand as your commanding leader to dominate the skies, allowing you to also destroy the enemy bases with ease while counteracting almost anything they throw at you. Now with that being said, I'm going to show you what it is right here. This build consists of Ren Blackhand himself, so we could really get that perk that allows us to get that reduced air unit quality and cost. Now next up we're going to go with Griffin, then we got that nice flame burst with the well pegs, into the safe pilot, the dark iron miner for just that extra mining needs that we have, and we also have the Gargoyle, which is the main part of this build, basically the Gargoyle one shot, and it's going to revolve around you using the Gargoyle to go straight to the enemy base and pressure him so hard. And we also got that sweet execute in case we needed to add some extra damage to the enemy base or capture that secondary tower faster. Now we always want to try to have Ren Blackhand on the field, and as you can see, look at the damage that Gargoyle did. It is massive, and we're just collecting these resource nodes, getting more gold to our little resource cap here in our bank. He does drop Huntress, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to drop well pegs right there. He's going to blow him up. And is it enough to destroy him? No. I did waste some units here. I'm not going to lie. I probably shouldn't have dropped the well pegs, but it's fine. This massive air contingent I have going on the right hand side is going to be enough. Now, if you choose to try this out, beware. It is super powerful and it is going to dominate your enemies. We're going to use that nice execute as you saw right there, allowing us to come out victorious. Now, in this matchup, we're going to be going up against Tyrion Forger. I'm going to try my whole strategy here and see if it works out. We're going to drop the Dark Iron Miner because we're not ready to place any units now. And the reason for that is we want them to make the first move, and he does immediately drop the Huntress on the left hand side. So you saw me go with the Gargoyle on the right hand side to cause the pressure. He's going to have to play units on that right hand side or it's not going to work out. We're going to drop Ren Blackhand right here. Now I could have dropped him a little far back, but I didn't really think it made a difference. So right here, we're going to drop some well pegs to get rid of Tyrion Forging if necessary while we're doing a little bit of damage on the base. Now we do know he has Griffin Rider as well. Oh, I forgot to change the arrow. Oh, thankfully Ren Blackhand was just in range so he could change the arrow because I did not want him to go to the secondary tower yet. We're going to drop our nice safe pilot right here. The enemy safe pilot is about to blow up as they went straight into those mines, and Ren Blackhand should be able to charge in. And as you can see, we cleared the contingent and now we're pressuring. He does also have polymorph. That is something to keep in mind. I did drop the Dark Iron Miner to collect more of those mining nodes as well as drop more proximity bombs. And since I have a contingent going on the right hand side, I thought it would be best that we let the Gargoyle go on the left hand. So he's going to have to choose which one he's going to fight while I also place a brand new Ren Blackhand on the field. Now the thing is, we're going to need to see which side he chooses to defend, and he may choose the left hand side with his Griffin Rider. I'm pretty sure he's summoning to try to get his Huntress out. So we're going to drop safe pilot there, and we're using execute, which takes the Huntress down just a little bit and allows us to secure the tower. Now we place the well pegs in that specific position so we can get the little AoE bounce damage from the glaive, getting rid of that Huntress. So no worries, now the well pegs easily can destroy that Quillborn, no worries. He does use polymorph, but it's not going to be enough because as you can see, he has Tyrion Forging, and I also dropped another Gargoyle on the field, which was reduced cost, and we're doing so much damage to his base right now. I'm pretty sure there's nothing he can do in this scenario. The Gargoyle has too much health, and we're going to get a nice sweet GG, and this goes to show the pressure you can pump out with this build, and the enemy basically, depending on what they have, more or less is not going to be able to counteract you. Now, obviously, if I was to switch something in this build, execute is something you can change out for probably Blizzard or, I don't know, Chain Lightning just because, or you can use Living Bomb, but I don't think Living Bomb actually holds up in the meta right now. Now, with that being said, we place the Gargoyle on the right-hand side. Ooh, he does have Ogre. I just saw him drop Tyrion Forging, so I was like, you know what? It's going to be an easy thing for the Gargoyle. He does also use Shaman, which is interesting. He's going to clear everything I popped on the field. There's nothing I can really do about that, and that's totally fine. By the way, I forgot to say it in an earlier video. My Gargoyle has the ability that allows him to move 33% faster, which is really nice. And well, Ren Blackhand, he just has extra resistance. I was thinking with Ren Blackhand, I probably could have gotten the Living Bomb trait. So when he dismounts, he drops Living Bomb, but I don't think it would have been very good all the time. Now, we do have our personal resource node with 2. We're just going to save that up there while the Dark Iron Miner is doing a fantastic job. Now, he drops Abomination, and he also has Shaman right there, which is a very interesting combination to use. It's very powerful as well. He has a lot of high tier units. He's also using the Necromancer, but with my air superiority, they're not really going to pose much of a threat to me. Now, Ren Blackhand is about to go down. We also have those proximity bombs, which is really nice. Now, the Gargoyle is coming up. I didn't actually mean to place the Gargoyle to follow him through that section right there. He was supposed to go to the secondary base, but it is what it is, and we're actually heading towards the main base. Hopefully we can get some form of damage off, or this push really wasn't necessary. Well, we did a good amount of damage, less than 25%. I'd say we did about 15% to the main base, but as you can see, what's going on the left hand side, which is Ren Blackhand and the Gargoyle, is initially what I wanted to do. We're going to drop some well pegs right here, and just with the Dark Iron Miners, because you know what, who does not want those explosive well pegs to come out? We're most likely going to collect the secondary tower as I ensure we capture it with the that execute right there. He does have the ogre coming down the middle and his dark iron miner, but it's not going to be enough. Now, while we have Ren Blackhand on the field, I noticed my Gargoyle was weak and Gargoyle was up in my deck, so I immediately played it on the right hand for added pressure bonus. Hopefully the Necromancer comes out of the starting base so we don't have to worry too much, and it doesn't look like it, but that's totally fine. He's still, I'm actually not sure if he's going to make it to the base. Just hit it once, guy. Hit it. Okay, one. Is he going to hit it again? Perfect. Okay, that was worth in my opinion. Now we're going to drop some more air units to get rid of that abomination. We don't want him to really, ooh. He used a spell. I'm not exactly sure what spell he used, but he did use one. We're going to collect these mining resources right here, right in front of the enemy tower, just for some bad manners. No, I'm just kidding. We only did it because we didn't want to let him have that opportunity since he's collecting the middle ground. We're going to drop our safe pile down the middle. We want to try to eliminate the Dark Iron Dwarf if we can, and we do. So he only gets one mining resources. Now we do have the Necromancer. It doesn't really make sense. Oh, no. Oh, man. I was going to say it doesn't really make sense fighting it because, you know, the tower would have been able to destroy it, but we accidentally placed our Dark Iron Miner right there, and that's totally fine. We're going to collect some resources. The Griffin Rider is coming out. He does have the Ogre there. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is place Ren Blackhand on the right-hand side, then go for Gargoyle on the left as we get closer, because Ren Blackhand is going to be a very nice addition to show that we can cause a lot of pressure, dropping the Gargoyle here as he pops the Necromancer on the right-hand side. And as you can see, the side differences really matter when you're going with the Gargoyle. You want to go with the least contested one. Now, I'll be very honest with you, I didn't actually expect this build to work as good. I was just trying to make a build work for Gargoyle since I finally got the talent this weekend for it, which allows it to go super fast. Well, 33% fast to be exact. Now, with that being said, we're going up against Hogger here. Let's see what he's going to run in his deck. I'm pretty sure he has Chimera. I'm like 100% sure. Most of the Hoggers I've been facing all have Chimera, and it can be super annoying, but at the same time, Chimera really isn't that overpowered in my opinion, unless you really have the trait that, oh, he has Core Hounds. And he used the Core Hounds wrong. He was supposed to split push them right down dead the center. Now I have two videos on that, one with Tyrion Forging, and we also have one with Jaden Proudmoore. Personally, if you watch those videos, you will know how to demolish your enemies with real pressure with those Core Hounds. Now, since he used it wrong, it makes me notice that, you know, I don't really have to worry too much. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to out pressure him right here, because once you play these Core Hounds correctly, regardless of the build, they can be super annoying to deal with. The good thing is we have air units, so we don't really have to worry about the push on the ground. Now, he did place Hogger on the left-hand side. It's not going to be really that much of a big deal. It seems like he has a lot of ground units, actually. He also has the Nold, which means we have full air superiority, and as you can see here, he's already near half health. He's not really going to be able to counter a lot of the things I'm throwing at him. We're dropping the whelp eggs there just because, you know, let that Null get destroyed before he even reaches our second base. And look at the Gargoyle, uncontested, full health, and he drops Core Hounds and Harpies. He should have dropped the Harpies first, but that's totally okay. We're going to drop Execute right there. Now the enemy base is super close. This may be an under 60-second win. I love when we do under 60-second wins. I always think it's really nice. Now those two air units, Ren Blackhand and the Griffin, is going to be there just doing some nice damage. We're just going to go straight for the main base. There's no real reason to split push here, as he's just funneling units that really can't do anything to me. So we're just going to drop Whelplings, which is going to easily counter the Hogger that is running on his way right there. Now, he does have Chimera, but I'm pretty sure the game is over right here. Ren Blackhand's going to be able to swing, and we used Execute for some extra damage, and the Gargoyle gets one last swing with that Victory Rush right there. Now we're going up against another Hogger right here named Jam Jam Dada. I actually really like that name. I think it's pretty funny. Now we need to pay attention and see what he has in his deck. He has Quillbore Hogger, and he has Pyromancer. Very interesting right there. He also has double Rogues. This deck that he seems to be running would have been very good for Alteric Valley. Well, early on anyways, not fully great. He has Chickens. Terrible unit right now unless you have that box top. Chickens, however, are going to come back once we get that tower change that's coming soon. Well, I shouldn't say soon. It's coming in a couple weeks once we get that next tower change. Now, he's already taking so much damage from the Gargoyle. We're just going to use the Execute to ensure victory, and that Pyromancer barely saves him out right there. That's actually pretty funny. We're just going to drop another Ren Blackhand. The enemy doesn't really have anything that can counter us so far as I can see besides having that Pyromancer. But we're doing a lot of damage to the enemy base. You know what? I'm going to drop Whelplings right here, and maybe I should drop Gargoyle just so we could, like, you know, capture that base. Who knows? But you know what? We're just going to focus on the enemy. The Gargoyle's going to go uncontested. Oh, he has Harpies as well. Still, it's going to most likely go uncontested. Execute's going to get us that secondary tower. Now he has to spend units to try to probably recapture it, or is he just going to... Oh, he has Chickens. So you know what? I'm going to drop my Dark Iron Miner just to pull aggro since the tower is about to come up. It comes up and it's easily going to defend itself. So as we see, you have Ren Blackhand in the sky showing his air superiority, and he's popping the emotes. I love it. Popping those emotes, always a good thing to see in a game. It shows that you are having a great time. At least that's how I see it. Good job to him. We're going to let the Gargoyle come right behind Ren Blackhand. There's nothing he can really do here, and I think he knows that, and that's totally okay. Sometimes we just don't have the deck needed to counter an enemy, and that's what makes the game very fun for me. You never know what you're going to face. I've been playing this deck for a little while now. I don't really got much time to play again, so hopefully we can get a couple more games in before I log out, and we're going up against another Tyrian Fortunes. It seems like a lot of them are playing today, and I don't blame them. Tyrian Fortune is a fantastic commander, and one of the biggest choices I see a lot of new players make. I mean, I made it no, sorry, I didn't make it. I would for Jaina. I wanted to go for Tyrian Fortune, but I didn't. I did not switch to arrows there in time, as you could clearly see, which kind of cost me, but we know now he has Huntress and he also has these Knights and Tyrian Forging. This is going to be very easy. These Whelp Eggs are about to demolish this group here. 3 unit cost is going to get rid of all these units without an issue. I can even use Execute there if I wanted to. While Gargoyle is uncontested on the right hand side, he does pop his Huntress, but that Gargoyle has basically full health. He's about to take that tower down really low. As you can see, one more hit would take it to 50%, and we're under 50% for the enemy tower. While these 3 Whelplings right there, we did a very good trade in my opinion. Now we do see that Huntress running straight down. I love the fact that the Huntress has the stealth. It's really nice. We're going to get these nice little nodes here. Well, actually it was probably really bad placement on my part. That was just wasted 2 resources. Well, wasted 1 because he's not going to get to the second one. He does have the little Huntress there. We're just going to drop these 2 air units. I should have dropped Ren Blackhand first, but it didn't really matter because Griffin doesn't really get affected by the Ren Blackhand perk, which allows it to have less for the cost because Griffin's already at the lower limit, which is 2. Now, Gargoyle's coming out right there, and as you can see, those Whelp Eggs exploded. Those Knights and Tyrian aren't going to be able to do nothing with the fire that's coming from the sky. I think he used Holy Nova. I am pretty sure that's what he used there. We're going to use... No, you know what? That was a bad idea. My safe pile is going to get eliminated instantly with the glaive. We used... Oh, man. We used Execute there. That sucks. But... as you can see here, actually, wait, never. Oh, I was not about to say the Gargoyle was still having enough health, and the Griffin Rider does not give us the victory there. I thought he was going to. I'm not going to lie to you. I really thought he was. I was ready to say, and the Griffin Rider gives us that last hit right there. Ren Blackhand is doing a fantastic job getting rid of those Knights, while we also had the Whelp Egg explosion. He's about to drop down. Now, the good thing is that I'm going to add this Griffin Rider just for some extra damage. We're going to get rid of this Dark Iron Miner that he's played. He was trying to get resources, and yeah, I forgot to show you guys, but I have a Gargoyle on the left hand side getting rid of that tower just because he's placing all his pressure on the right hand side, which goes to show with the least resistance side, that's where your Gargoyle is going to go most of the time. And we immediately capture that tower, and Ren Blackhand's probably just going to charge in, and this is going to be GG. Now, if you try this build, let me know in the comment section below. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun.